I'm very excited because this year we were able to do something new and add a new element to the format of our Congress, which was a series of panel discussions that allowed our IKT members to share more of who they are and what they do and speak specifically to projects they are working on or their specific interest and their research. This happened in Gdansk and was facilitated by the LAZNIA Center. And we divided the panels in 4 main areas. One of them was art and science, then we had art in the changing world, art across disciplines, and art in the social sphere. And each member of the board was asked to be a moderator, and we all chose the subject that we felt we were more knowledgeable and more interested in. In my case, I was moderating the art and science panel. We had 7 speakers and about 12 to 15 listeners. It was exciting because it was really a variety of points of views and angles talking about how art and science are connecting. And it was something that really engaged not only the panelists but also the public. This was really a moment to share more of what we do, which is often felt like a lacking part of the IKT Congresses. So we are looking forward to repeat these experiences in our coming congresses over the next several years.
Sesja, którą moderowałem, obejmowała uczestników o bardzo zróżnicowanych perspektywach, zainteresowaniach. Na tej platformie można było próbować wyartykułować pytania o to, w jaki sposób zmieniają się współcześnie relacje pomiędzy różnymi sferami praktyk społecznych. Sferami, które jeszcze pół wieku temu broniły integralności swoich granic, a które dzisiaj stają się coraz bardziej przenikliwe. Można było rozmawiać i przedyskutować to, w jaki sposób zmienia się sztuka w kontekście kultury transdyscyplinarnej, jakiego rodzaju odpowiedzialność mogą wziąć na siebie artyści, jakiego rodzaju sprawczość wobec świata mogą oni postrzegać jako możliwość realizacji.
Fruitful misunderstanding between the art and science in what I call the epistemological turn in art. I mean that we are in a time where lots of artists are in this age of techno-scientific impact on our societies, very interested in collaborating with scientists, and at the same time artists are also encountering a kind of welcome culture in labs where they go and where scientists and techno-scientific institutions are also looking for alternative knowledge production, illustration of the knowledge and outreach. So my point is that we are encountering a very interesting moment in which we have a kind of entanglement of different kinds of approaches to solving societal problems, both through cultural and natural science-based exploitations and activities. But there are a lot of problems involved because very often our expectations are not fulfilled, are not satisfied. So very often an artist coming to the lab would expect something completely different than the scientist who is welcoming would expect. But this in fact results in a culture of fruitful misunderstanding. And this fruitful misunderstanding is actually very necessary because it's also fostering a new culture of listening, of different time frames, of different lengths, of different discourses that we need in order to build a society that goes beyond a society enclosed in ivory towers where we are all populating these skyscrapers with hyper-specialized idiots.
I expressed my opinion that we have to redesign science today. The scientific method needs improving, and I think artists, designers, and humanists can help us do this. Big data presents new problems for the scientific method. There are now AI programs that make discoveries that the humans cannot explain how the discovery was made. So I think it's an interesting time to redesign the scientific method. But also we need to change the way that science is done in society. I'm very excited about the open science movements and the citizen science movements. My recommendation to ministers of science is that 50% of their funding should go to professional amateurs. I know this is a little bit controversial, but Helga Novotny talked about socially robust science, and I agree with her.
Contemporary art strategies, which we employ as artists and curators today, And I was talking mainly about the changes in the last few decades, which are today involve every facet of contemporary art or media art. Research, which is today much more acknowledged than it used to be before, through art production, curation, dissemination, and audience participation. These are very big subjects. There are conferences and publications focused on them. So I could just present a small elements of these issues and points, and especially I was presenting them for my own personal curator practice. For example, with research is now an absolutely recognized part of art production. Today we have many doctoral and PhD candidates and graduates which you did not have in art before. You have a totally different way of production. Partly it could be still analog, but digital, interactive. There is a big role of collaborations, especially interdisciplinary collaboration around the world. There are many new types of collaborations, and there is also a very big change in dissemination, in how we present and where do we present artwork or cross-disciplinary projects. And we have the audience participation became a really important factor today, which is supported very much from museums to various other organizations.
I am more or less an atmospheric artist. I work with the weather, temperature, humidity, waves, visible thing, invisible thing. And yes, I explained some of these projects with the ambient of a place, and I really believe that in a globalized world, we have to, I think so, that we have to, as our artists, to try to do art which belongs to the place where you present it. So art in connection with the place where you present it.
Okay, so I'm going to be talking about Barbaric Have You Any Pull, which is an art project by artist Mark Storer, which is unfolding over 12 years through a residency that Mark is doing in St Helens, working with lots of different communities within the town to explore the idea that civilization might be our most barbaric act. And through a series of workshops, conversations, writing, drawing, producing, together exploring the knowledge that exists within the town already, and then creating the new story that they want to tell about their location and about the town and about who they live with and alongside.